Hi, I'm Karen Morgan, and I'm the host for this cooking demo with the fabulous Chef Christine, who is, yes, please, please vote for Chef Christine. And our special connection and why I'm here hosting today is because April has become our Protect Protect Week. That's when we have all things related to shining a spotlight on elder fraud, abuse, and prevention. We're doing that now. The third week of April is when we expect to have our events, shred events, teletown hall, press conferences, social media events, and we also want to pair fraud with fraud prevention, not fraud, but fraud prevention with fun, which is why we have invaded Chef Christine's pristine kitchen to have her do a demo for us. What is on the menu today, Chef Christine?
Hey Karen, I am so thrilled to see you. Oh my gosh, I always know that things are getting serious when Karen Morgan comes on board and we got protect, 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 right?
Yes,
We know it. So
absolutely.
listen, I was thinking that I have all the windows open, the door is open, birds are singing, bees are buzzing. It's spring, finally. It's spring after
Yes,
the longest
yes.
winter ever. And I thought with Easter and Passover and all of these spring sort of holidays and celebrations, it would be the perfect time to kind of lead in with a little for maybe your spring brunch. And I know we're thinking, oh my gosh, who has time to throw a brunch nowadays, right? We're tired of entertaining, we're tired of it. This can be you and your friend. This doesn't have to be 15 people and you got to pull out the good china. Heck no. I am all about invite your next door neighbor or invite Karen to come into my kitchen, right? That is what we're
Right.
thinking. So we're going to do this. I like to call this a dump and stir because we're going to make a little lemon tarragon dip for some asparagus. You ready to go?
Yes, I'm totally ready to go.
All right,
Um,
so I am steaming up my glasses over here. Go ahead, Karen.
I was gonna say, and I'm glad that you're using lemon in the recipe because when fraud criminals hand us lemons, we're gonna do fraud prevention lemon tarragon dip or something along those lines to put them at bay. Especially with our mantra now, which is pause, reflect, and protect. So I'm going to pause here and let you put together this fabulous recipe, and I'm going to reflect on it and protect myself from running to your house right now. So there you
I
go.
love it. Well, we want the lemons, right? We want the lemons in our food and not on our computers. So let me
Exactly.
just show you. This is so easy, and you can do this. I'll have to compost this in a little bit. So when I'm working with spring asparagus, and you saw I just cut the ends off of this. This is little pencil thin asparagus. This is what they had at the local grocery store. If you get the really fat stuff, a lot of times the stalks are a little tough. So I use a veggie peeler and peel the bottoms off. But something
Hmm.
like this, I just cut those little dried ends off. And you know you're shopping somewhere good if you get there and they have all the asparagus standing up in clean water, clean being our operative word. All right,
Yes.
now, so we're gonna do some blanching. Now, do not freak out, Karen. Okay,
Okay.
this is, I put a little bit of salt in the water, but don't worry, it's just a little bit. We always say we want it to taste like the ocean, and check this out. This is how fast this goes. I'm gonna set my timer for 1 minute, and that's it. Because this is so skinny. Even if it's fat, it doesn't necessarily take a lot longer to cook. I always pull one out and then check it. And this is called blanching, right? This is called
Right.
blanching our vegetable. And
And
we
why
do
do why do
this,
we do that, Chef Chris?
we, I'm so glad you asked. We
I'm
do this because not only does it cook it a little bit for us, but it also locks in the color for us. Have you ever seen like we do the asparagus, and the asparagus gets kind of, and it's like kind of brownish. We don't want that. Only bright green asparagus for us. And the trick here is that we want to have our water really aggressively boiling. When we put I'm gonna get chefy, the product in, when we put it in, we don't want the water to slow down. It's really important that you're using a large enough pot, there we go, that it's constantly moving. And then this is the trick. We don't just take it out. We take it out and plunge it immediately into not just cold water. I don't know if you can see, but I have got an iceberg in here, right?
Wow.
So it stops the cooking right away and kind of locks in the color, also makes it a little crisp. It's really, this is the way to go. And let me tell you, excuse me, this is so good too with green beans. Like if you're having kind of a green bean moment, I do it with asparagus and green beans. I let everything be super green because, you know, once you get to April, everybody's thinking green, 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 green.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
That's
So,
and I will say, just for the record, I feel that my asparagus should always be thin. You know,
do
like
you?
yes, like the models on the runway. My asparagus should be able to walk down a runway with so yeah, I don't like fat asparagus. It needs to be thin.
Okay, I don't know if if you trim the bottoms, if you just I have these, well, obviously somebody stole them now. I have these little Y vegetable peelers. I just bloop, bloop, bloop for the fat guys. I don't know, sometimes I think the fat guys are good.
Really?
But you're gonna do what works. Yeah, but you know what? I'm with you. I hear what you're saying. I like them thinner so I can eat more. I really like asparagus. Did you grow up eating asparagus?
I hated asparagus with a white hot passion. Yes, because my mother, rest her soul, would get canned asparagus, which was foul, and
Yeah,
really
yeah,
a tragedy of Greek proportions, to be perfectly
yeah.
honest. So I grew up hating asparagus, and
I never had it. I never had it
oh,
growing
you
up.
never
I
had
think
it?
my mom didn't like it. Not in a can, not in a boat, not with a goat. I never had asparagus. I didn't have it until, I don't know, sometime after I'd moved to New York. I didn't even know asparagus was a thing.
Oh,
So here's what we're gonna do. You know, anybody who came through the 80s to the 2000s knows that when you're making a dip, it has one of three crucial ingredients: a block of cream cheese, a
yep.
cup of mayonnaise, or a pound of sour cream, right? And those are delicious. I love them. But we are trying to lighten things up a little bit without impacting flavor. So I have used one little container. I love finding the little containers of plain Greek yogurt. And I know some people are like, oh, I don't like the yogurt. No, trust me on this, because we're not just going yogurt. If you just go yogurt, it's going to affect your taste buds. You're not going to be into it. So I'm going to take just a little spoonful of sour cream. Not a lot. I don't know. That's maybe an aggressive tablespoon, I think. And then, are you like mayonnaise phobic?
No, but I'm not a huge fan, but it definitely has its uses.
I could bathe in mayonnaise, Karen. I could. But I'm going to add just a little bit, not a lot. Again, like an aggressive tablespoon. Nothing, like we're not going crazy here, because we don't want to lose all the good stuff we're doing by
Right.
just bogging it down with loads of fat. But a little bit for flavor, I don't know, I'm into it. And a lot of dips get better once they have time to kind of get married and hang out a little bit. Now, you ready? Here we go. Oh, all right. I have got some capers. I love capers. I
I
used to
love a
not
good
like them.
caper. I'm trying to
Have
put
you ever
together a good
fried?
caper now. No,
Have
that's a really bad pun.
No, I like it. We need that for Frog Week.
We
But
need a
have you
fraud
ever?
prevention caper.
That's it. Have you ever fried a caper?
I've had them and they're great.
It's
Love
like
them.
nothing you've ever had. I
No, it's
remember
like
doing it. Oh, Go ahead.
Like little green, little pops of joy when you put them in your mouth. It's like they should be bigger,
Like, and when we say fry, I want everybody out there to know, when we say fry, we're not talking about like this huge process. I kid you not. I put a little bit of, it's a deep fry, but think about how big a caper is. You don't need that much
Yes.
oil. I heat some vegetable oil. We don't ever want to do any kind of a deep fry with olive oil. It loses
Right.
all of its good stuff. So I do a little bit of olive oil. You make sure, you gotta make sure they're dry. I pat them dry with a paper towel because any water or brine, anything like that, can cause it to spit back at you. So you just pat them dry, drop them in, takes about 30 seconds, and that's it. Oh my gosh. And they are these crispy little salt bombs. Oh, so good. And because we're adding the salt with the capers here, that's going to impact how much salt we add. All right, now I have got, oh, I haven't opened this one yet. I have got some dry tarragon, and tarragon is truly one of my favorite herbs. And you know what? I like it so much. I'm just going with it. I know we can always add more, but they're dried leaves, so we want to give them a little crunch in our hands to help
Okay.
release the flavor.
So,
There we go.
quick question, Chef Chris.
Yeah.
I've come across freeze-dried tarragon. There's
Great.
a company that makes like freeze-dried herbs. So with the
Yep.
freeze-dried, do you want to crush them in your hands, or like do you want to do
Absolutely.
that same? Okay.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, Karen, that's such a great question. I was just looking, I have some freeze dried dill, right? That I was thinking about. And it's the same idea because what's happening is we're removing the water from it and that concentrates the flavor, but it still has a little something going on there. So we want to go ahead and take that and release it. And that's all we're doing. We're just releasing the goodness.
Yum.
Yeah, that's what you're going to do during Protect Week, right? Release the goodness.
We're releasing the goodness to beat back any. We don't want anything bad coming up. So
Yeah,
yes.
everything is getting so sophisticated. I mean, I gotta tell you, everything, the fraudsters out there, man. Can you imagine if they just turned their powers to good? What it would be
I'm
like?
thinking cure male pattern baldness, or
Yeah.
I don't know,
Or
cure
female, please. Thank you very
cancer or
much.
something. You know.
I know. It's crazy to me. What I'm doing here is I'm going to add a little bit of shallot. Some folks think that raw red onion is a little powerful for them. So I go with a little bit of shallot instead. And I got to be honest with you, from a flavor perspective, a lot of times shallot is a slightly less intense flavor. But check this out. If you're cooking for one or two people, a shallot is going to go much further for you than a red onion, where you store half of it and put it in the fridge and it makes your fridge stinky and you never get back to it. Right? So
Yes.
smaller vegetables for smaller amounts. We love that.
Let me give a quick shout out to Lisa. She just said, "Hi, Karen and Chef Christine. Nice to see your faces on this beautiful Tuesday. And it's nice to hear from you, Lisa. Thank you."
Is it Lisa from California?
I don't know. Lisa
No?
Murphy,
Oh, Lisa Murphy. Oh,
3491.
hello, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, I hope you're coming to class on Saturday because we're seriously going to have such a good time. I'm going to take
Yes.
this gorgeous lemon. Is that that's you
That's
and your
stunning.
supermodel asparagus? Me and my supermodel, they're the organic ones. They only had the
Of
organic
course.
ones today.
Of
I gotta
course.
say, that's a supermodel lemon. I'm just
I
gonna
just made a
grate.
lemon pie last week, and I used organic lemons that look like that, and it really came out good.
You can grab some Meyer lemons or some organic lemons and make some limoncello.
Oh yeah, you sure
Yeah.
could. Thanks for that idea. You're killing me here, but
This smells so good. That's like the time I had limoncello in the basement, and it stays in your basement for weeks. And I was also curing a pancetta, which is a pork belly.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna put a pinch, just a pinch of sugar in here. I add 2 pinches, tiny, tiny bit. And my dog will go down, and when you do something like that, you kind of hang it out so that it can cure. My dog would go down and just look at it every day. It was hilarious. All right, so I'm gonna take a lemon cheek here. Have you ever heard of using a lemon cheek?
No, what's a lemon cheek?
Okay, so instead of cutting it into half or quarters or something like that, I kind of slice it off like this, and you
Uh-huh.
will see I'm gonna get so much lemon juice. It's totally just what I need. It's the right
Huh.
amount. I love it. I know it's silly. We're
No,
always
no,
looking, chefs are
whatever you need
always
to
looking
do.
for something. We're always looking
Hey,
for
I
something.
have another question for you, Chef Christine. I love a good
Yep.
shallot, but there's such a pain to peel. Do you have like a dead simple way to get the skin off of shallots, or do you just have to put up with it?
Cut it first. Like cut it in half first, then cut the top part. Always get that root intact, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can peel it super easily. I never
Oh,
try to
okay.
peel it before I cut it. It's
That's what
it's
I'm
too
doing. Where have you been
yeah.
all my
Oh
life?
yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, people do it with onions too, and I'm always like, no, we're not gonna do that. All right, now check this out. I'm gonna get in here for my asparagus. When my son was little, he used to call it spaghettitus. And my husband and I know he's getting ready to turn 30. Thank you very much. And my
And
husband
he's still
and
calling
I,
it spaghettitus, right?
my husband and I are still like, oh, do you want any spaghettitus tonight? It's so funny. All right, now I just cooked a little bit here. And look at that color. Oh,
It's
now
stunning.
if I did the whole bunch, we would fill this glass. But what I want you to see is how we can serve things a little more funky, right? How we can put a little more edge to it. And this dip, I'm telling you right now, it'll be even better in an hour, than it is now. But I would use a cake stand. I'd use like a cake pedestal, and I would put my green beans in one and my asparagus in one, and then people feel very fancy rather than just laying it out. Ah,
Ah, yum. It looks,
oh,
I
that's
can
so
taste it
good.
from here. No, I can't. But
I wish you could.
I wish I could.
So I will make sure that the lovely Eleanor has this recipe so you guys will be able to find it. But what we really want is we want you to sign up for Saturday's class. We're going to
Yes.
make an asparagus salad because spring and crab quiche because Maryland.
Yes.
We are AARP Maryland after all.
We are, and we're full of
This
crabs. I
one's,
mean, we're very
yeah,
crabby. No, we're we're crabby
it's
about
time.
fraud.
We
We're
are
just,
crabby about fraud. There it is.
I'm
There it
here
is.
all
So
week, folks.
Protect Week is April 20th to 24th. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And
So,
hopefully on Saturday, where I know we're winding up, so Saturday, I want to like focus a little bit more on some of the legislation that is making its way through our Maryland legislature that is designed to take a bite out of fraud, a big bite. Like much like what you're doing with that freaking asparagus. You're killing me here, Chef Chris. But
I'm telling you, big bite out of fraud. Well, listen, Karen,
yes,
I am so thrilled to be back with you on Saturday.
me
Everybody
too.
sign up. We are going to have a good time. And anytime Karen shows up, you know it's a good time.
Oh, I feel the same way about you, Chef Chris. Yummy. Thank you.
Yay.
That looks fabulous.
Thanks, Karen. I'll see you on Saturday.